Hello and welcome. Virginia Mayo was one of Hollywood's great beauties and had a career stretching over 50 years. She starred opposite some of the world's leading men, including Bob Hope, Alan Ladd, Kirk Douglas, Burt Lancaster, Gregory Peck, Danny Kaye and Ronald Reagan. Her films included The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Danny Kaye, The Best Years of Their Lives, South Seas Woman and White Heat with Jimmy Cagney. In the early 80s, she was the special guest of the Philippines' Madam Imelda Marcos for the Manila International Film Festival. While Virginia was not doing a lot of interviews at the time, she agreed to sit down with me for a few minutes and, among other things, briefly talked about an unforgettable telephone call from a US president and also some of the stars that she worked with.
One of the people that you're going to work with, of course, is Bob Hope. What was he like to work with in the old days?
He was wonderful. I just adore Bob. Well, of course, that was my first picture, and I played opposite. There was a thrill to work opposite Bob Hope, who was my idol. And it was great experience.
I mean, he's obviously known for his sense of humor. But what about working with him? I mean, is he a practical joker, or does he have a sense of humor?
Yes. He would play a lot of practical jokes. Right when we were about to shoot the scene, he would whisper something in my ear, a joke or whatever, and tickle my fancy, and I would burst out laughing. I really couldn't do the scene. And everybody said, "What's the matter with you, Virginia?" He was always doing that.
And another person who's a favourite of mine, again, is Danny Kaye. Do you see him or?
No, unfortunately, we're not socially inclined, and I don't see him, but I really think very fondly of Danny. He's very good to work with.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is one of my favourite ones. Yeah.
I love Danny. Yeah. He's very talented.
Yeah. He still works very hard, I gather.
Yes, I think so. Yes, he does different things. Not exactly acting. He does musical conducting and cooking scenes and stuff like that.
Now, I understand that you got a phone call a surprise phone call, I should say, from one of your former co-stars, which is just a little bit different. Can you tell us about that one?
It was a call from Ronald Reagan. Actually, he was calling to thank me for a film we had made, a special film for him at Warner's. We did it one day, and it was a very cute little kind of a thing, and he responded to it. He liked it very much, so he wanted to thank everybody that was a part of it. And when I got the call, I was, what do I say? I couldn't call him Ronnie, that's for sure, because it's not right. So I stumbled through the conversation. We talked about maybe 10 minutes. But it was very interesting.
What did you call him, in fact?
Hello, Mr. President.
Oh, did you really?
Like a real square.
That's very formal, isn't it?
I'm kind of a formal person. I just don't take to calling people by their first names, even until I know them. Well, I know him, but now it's a different situation. You have to give him courtesy.
Sure.
By all means.
Well, not too many people, I would imagine, would get calls from the President of the United States, whether they knew them, or worked with them indeed once. Virginia, thank you very much for talking to us.
It's been a great pleasure.
That one day that you'll be able to get down to Australia.
I do hope so. I really want to visit Australia. It's my dream.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Virginia made more than 70 appearances in television and films. Her last movie, at the age of 77 in 1997, was a thriller called The Man Next Door, co-starring Karen Carlson and John Hardison. Sadly, Virginia passed away in 2005 at the age of 84.